Hello all. Uh, Today we are going to see a deployment using Ant tool. There is some features which Salesforce is providing that you can do a deployment using a Salesforce internal tool, that is inbound and outbound. But in the current video we are going to see a deployment using Ant. Ant is a third party tool which we can use to do a deployment. And for the Ant, we need few prerequisites to be installed in our machine, that is a Java as well as Ant. For me, I have already installed the Ant as well as Java. So this is my Ant which I have already installed with me. There is one more thing you have to install. This is a Salesforce Ant. Where a Salesforce package is there, you will see all the folders as well as the necessary files which you required for the Ant. Okay, so there is one more ant.salesforce jar file. This jar file is required for you. This jar file is required for you to interact with the Ant. So we are moving this particular jar file under the Apache, under the lib folder. Okay, once you will move the file, then only Apache will interact with the Salesforce. At the same time we have to add a few under environment variable. So it will move like this. Under environment variable you will see like Ant home, which you have to mention under a user variable. At the same time you have to add the Ant home under system variable, as well as you have to add a Java home. I have a Java 8 is installed with me, so I have added like this under Java home. Once you add Ant home, Java home, you have to go to a path variable. Then you will see I'll add two paths, that is Java home as well as Ant home. Okay, now I have a Java and Ant both installed with me. Both are having both for both I have already added the path variable. Okay, so what is my next step is that now I wanted to have the list of components for which I have to retrieve from one environment, and I wanted to deploy it to the other environment. So for the retrieval of the components from one environment, we are going using Ant, and Ant is a command line tool. So for that I wanted to navigate back to the Apache Ant. Under Apache Ant we have Ant installed. At the same time we have download one more file which is a Salesforce Ant. We have to go under it. There is a few file which is most important under this. This is a build.properties file, build.xml file, and unpackaged folder. Under unpackaged folder there is a package.xml file. Now I'll explain you what are those files. First, build.properties file. What build.properties file does, where you have to specify what is your username, what is your password and everything, and the max pool, all those parameters you have to mention there. At the same time there is one more file called build.xml, where build.xml file will tell you about all those necessary fields. And the most important part what you have to see, it is a retrieve one package and deploy one package. I'll explain you what is retrieve one package does. What retrieve one package does, it will retrieve the username, retrieve the password, retrieve the server URL, and retrieve the max pool. Okay, and it will then try to install all this under retrieve target, which is retrieve unpackaged folder. At the same time it get the input from unpackaged, that is under unpackaged folder there is a package.xml file where it receive a input and output is stored under this retrieve target. Okay, so then we can traverse back to unpackaged folder from where we need the input. Over here you will see a package.xml file. So what the package.xml file does, it will be from where you have to specify all the input which is required and which is necessary for me to do retrieval. Okay, for retrieval we need this file. Okay, so we will traverse back. Then if you will see like this, then we have to enter a cmd. Now it is a what, as per what I'm said, it is a command line interface, so we have to do like ant -version. Why I'm entering this command? To check whether my ant is properly installed or not. Okay, then it will be showing me like key is compiled on this date, so means my ant is properly installed. Now what is my next step? To do a retrieval as well as to do a deployment. So my retrieval command is this, my deployment command is this. As what I have earlier said, we need some input. For that input we can use a Heroku tool. What Heroku tool does, it will gives us an input in a specified format. This is a URL for the Heroku tool. Heroku tool will specify us which environment you wanted to log. Okay, which environment you have to log. It is production or it is a sandbox. Usually we are using a sandbox, so we can click on sandbox, then we have to log into Salesforce using auth. Okay, once you will log into it, we will see like what we require. It is a wildcard, it is a all components we require, it is a exclude manage we required, or it is a no package component is required. If we will click on any one of it and we will click on a component, it will gives us an output like this in XML format. It is something like this. Okay, so once we receive the output, what we have to do, we have to go to the unpackaged folder. We have to open this folder. Under this package.xml file, we have to paste all this value under this package.xml file. Now we have the input. Now we have all the credentials. Now what we have to do, we just have to retrieve unpackaged command, and we have to fire it under this retrieve unpackaged folder in this command. And then if we will fire it, it will then retrieve all this package in specified location. Same we have to do for a deployment. We have to enter a deploy unpackaged command and we have to enter. So this is actually a easiest step that we have to follow. One thing we have to remember is that while deploying, the package size should be less than 55 MB. If it is greater than 55 MB, it will throw you an exception of limit exceed. So if you are getting such an exception of limit exceed, then you have to divide your package depending on same and you have to deploy. At the time of deployment, even there is a single error is there, still you have to remove that error until you will receive a deployment successful message. When you get the deployment successful message, then and only then all of your component will push to a destination environment. Even if you get a single error, then none of the component is deployed to destination environment. Okay, so the Ant tool is very easy. It is very easy to install, very easy to use, and we can fetch and we can deploy the package from one environment to other environment easily. This is all about Ant tool, and thanks for listening. Thank you.